out all those ayats also. Person may say, well, the Wahhabis are using that so much now to correct the balance. Now we always talk about the love of Allah and forgiveness and everything. But no, the believer's heart has to be between hope and fear. No? Because it is if I tell you, leave everything now, and someone is going to take you to Africa, you have so many questions. You have so much fear. It is natural. People who are going to a place where they've never been, they say, and it's told that this is dangerous or this is so many unexpected things, there is going to be fear. But that kind of fear, they are not mentioning in religion too much these days. So when people don't have the fear of Allah, then they do whatever they want. There's no fear and there's no modesty. And this fear of Allah, it is very specific on the Judgment Day. It is about the book. It is about reading the book. And it makes everything to be so simple and to be so direct now. Yes? It's about what is there in the book. As Shaykh Effendi says, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, young, old, rich, or poor, is what you send to the grave. And that Ayatul Karima is saying specifically, what? Do you feed the poor? Feeding the poor is not just feeding the poor, but meaning you think about them, you take care of them. Your life is also caring for them. That's why Awliya Allah are very upset, because the Muslims of these days, they are like donkeys with books on them. But they're empty, they're still like donkeys. They memorize so much, they know so much, but they're not checking themselves. They're not concerned with their book. As so many saints before they are saying, and our mashayikhs are always saying, you read so many books, you know so many books, you can swallow thousands of books. But the man who doesn't know himself, he is zero. He is the most ignorant one. How are you going to know yourself? You are going to know yourself when you start observing, when you start reading yourself, when you start knowing and reading what is in your heart. That book is your intentions and your actions, and why you make those intentions and why you make those actions. That is your book. But people today, they're so busy reading books, swallowing books. And when these kinds of reminders are being said, they said, either it's Wahhabi, why are you scaring people? You must say nice things so people come to Islam. Or they're going to say, this is just very low level. This is not Sufism. Let's talk about metaphysics. Let's talk about karamats. Let's talk about maqamats. Let's talk about sir. Let's talk about all these things, unveilings and stuff. But the basic thing is not there. This is terrible. It is worrying. So, the Naqshbandi Sheikhs, they are concentrating on the heart. They are concentrating on cleaning the heart. They're concentrating on the ego of a person so that you're able to ride on that ego, you're able to look at your actions and your intentions, and you're able to know. With that knowledge, you're able to know what are you using it for, why are you doing this. You're cleaning that book. To know, I did wrong. Not to be stubborn and arrogant, no, I didn't do anything wrong. But to know, I did wrong, astaghfirullah. I'm running to fix it. I'm running to do something right. Tomorrow has to be better than today. Cleaning that book. This is too low level for so many people. Astaghfirullah. Very low level. So, no, you want something very high level. But this is what is This is real. The Prophet speaks the truth. So, we say to people, simple. Shaban is teaching us this. Every night before you go to sleep, ask for forgiveness. Clean your book. It'll be better if you go into specific. What is it that you do that is wrong, that your heart is moving, is not right? Lie to someone, you cheat, you slander someone. Did you become a tyrant to someone? Huh? Were you lazy? To someone, to Allah, to His Prophet. Now you're going to clean your book. So every night you're going to look at your book, and then you're going to say, this one I owe debt, this one I owe debt, this one I owe debt. You're going to pay all that debt. So every night you go to sleep, your account is clean. This is important because the punishment is real. The punishment in this world is real. The punishment in the grave is very real. And the punishment of the hereafter is real. May Allah protect us from any punishment because we cannot endure it. So how are you going to prepare for all these punishments? It's not just to say, forgive me, but you have to find out what is the cause. Why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep doing it? You're trying to fix it every year. Years, it's not fixed. But you're trying to fix it. Now this is according to intention now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has shown His Prophet, He has shown His awliya Allah, so many ayats, so many du'as, so many things, so many nights and days, so many things that you can do to just wipe all your sins, to be clean. Yes? I've said before, people are trying to find out. There's one istighfar that you do, that is common that we do, that they say Allah will forgive all the sins that you've done, even if it is running away from the battlefield. You make this. And that's something that we do as Naqshbandis all the time. And I'm saying to the murids, pray. But pray according to the Naqshbandi way, because we're collecting all the sunnats and we're putting them together, especially the Fajr prayers. You don't have to know exactly. Know that it is good. Know that our sheikhs are recommending it and they recommend the best. Do it, you're going to get the reward. Now beyond that, not just learning how to clean ourselves. Now we say, I don't want to repeat it. And for that, then you have to have a spiritual trainer. For that, you have to have someone who is strong enough and authorized. And for that, someone to say, look, you're stubborn on this point. You're good enough, you're stubborn on this point. This point, shaitan will enter. No, I'm not stubborn. That is stubbornness. Look, you're arrogant on this point. Oh, I didn't think so. I know you can't see it. That's what I'm telling you. Now you are going to go deeper into it. You're going to get more specific. You're going to say this. Now you watch this. Why are you doing this? Stop this. Fix this. Why are you being stubborn? And that's when, then that is polishing. That is polishing. So, 73 different groups, more than that these days, the groups of Islam. Now, this is taking the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. The khutbah is saying that what we are trying to do with our Shaykh and putting it in our lives is not memorizing. Today people are impressed by very low-level, dirty things. They're impressed if you memorize this. They're impressed if you can speak like this. Brad, don't you know? The heart is more important. Because a man can be a hypocrite and he can look to have all the knowledges in the world. So, it's because when Shaban is speaking like this and we're speaking like this, people are going to say, oh, they are against education, they're against this, against that. Then you're missing the point. You don't even come close to understanding what we're trying to say. Turn it off, leave it, let others who can understand listen. This is important. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He says, I will forgive you, when He says, do these things and I will forgive you, these things that we do, it's always very, very simple. It's always very simple. He's never saying, like what He did to the earlier nations, you have to do this and this and this, you have to punish this, you have to... No. He says, just do this. Just feed the poor. For example, recite this sincerely. Be friends with my friends. Then that time, even if you cannot clean yourself, and there's nothing that is going to save you from the fire except for intercession, then that time you're going to wake up a little bit and you're going to say, I'm going to seek help, that intercession in this world and in the next. Even in this world, it's not about how much money you have or how much power you have, but where your pull is going to reach. Meaning, there has to be someone there who will intercede for you in order to reach it. If you cannot have that pull, you cannot do anything in this world, yes? You can try, you can try, you can try. And some people, they say, if you don't have that chain, you don't have that pull to reach this person in order for this person to reach to where you want, you cannot, no matter how famous you are. If they say, no, we're not going to give you the chain, that's it. So, what they're saying now, be with the friends of Allah. This is important. And for 1400 years, Muslims believed this, they understood this. Yes, they fought. Yes, they studied. Yes, they rushed to learn the ilm of the dunya, but they never forget this. That's why whatever they do, they run to the awliya Allah. From the young to the old, men and women, rich and poor, from the sultan to the porters, they run to the friends of Allah. Whatever we do, how great we are, we almost must run to the friends of Allah. We must run to the Prophet ﷺ. We still need his intercession. Because we don't know whatever that we're doing is going to be accepted or not. But Allah always accepts the intercession of that one. But now, they cut that. That's why the whole aim is to destroy tariqats. They cut that. So now everyone is just struggling to do their thing, but it's not going anywhere. It's like the wheels turning and turning and turning. May Allah keep us always, inshallah, with our mashayikh. Allah forgive me and bless you. Al-Fatiha. Yeah. All right. Assalamu alaikum.